How's everybody doing out there? Welcome back with Brother Strickland, Christian to Christian. Just want to remind you, what I have to say is mainly for Christians. Anyone out there that's not saved and you're listening in, I hope it's a blessing to you. But my main conversation is to Christians. So today, I want to talk to you about pro-life. I believe that all life begins at conception, and that the life of an unborn child should be protected because he or she is a living human being and created in the image of God. But a true Christian should go further. All human life, in every stage of life, should be protected. So let me say this. This is not the time for the Christian church to be making decisions based on situational ethics, but a time for the Christian believer to be in prayer for the country and leaders in which they live, remembering that this world is not our home. So, what is situational ethics, some of you might say? Let me read you a definition, and then I'm going to give you an example. Situation ethics, also called situational ethics in ethics and theology, the position that moral decision making is contextual or dependent on a set of circumstances. Situational ethics holds that moral judgments must be made within the context of the entirety of a situation, and that all normative features of a situation must be viewed as a whole. The guiding framework for moral decision making is stated vicariously as that of acting in the most loving way to maximize harmony and reduce discord, or to enrich human existence. So, here's an example. Situational ethics, or where actions change depending on the situation, making something that might have been immoral before now moral. A good example is killing a mass murderer before they're going to kill hundreds of people, such as if they had held them hostage. So, basically, you want to stop something before it happens, even though you can't be guaranteed that it's going to happen. And even if you are guaranteed it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So you base a judgment based on the situation. Sometimes that's good, but for Christians, when we do it wrong, we fail to realize we're falling, how do I put it? We're deceiving ourselves and falling into false teaching. So, and let me say this, you can't truly say you're a pro-life Christian fighting against abortion at every stage from conception, recognizing life begins at conception, but because you support the current administration's call to reopen the government and put people back to work during a pandemic to save the economy or your money or jobs or etc. It will be okay for the elderly and those with underlying illnesses to die. And hopefully, it won't be that many. So that brings me to this. I wonder if our situational ethics equates to Germany's situational ethics under Hitler. As you see, after World War I, they were to pay, according to the Treaty of Versailles, 132 billion gold marks, or that's equivalent to $33 billion in reparations to the US, Russia, Britain, and France for starting World War I. That meant that their economy was shot. So the reason Hitler was able to do what he did was because the people wanted to fix the economy. And someone had to take the blame. Somebody had to take the blame and the brunt of the responsibility for the situation and the problem they were in reference to a bad economy. So who got the blame for the bad economy so they could fix the problem? The Jews, the handicapped, and anyone that wasn't Aryan. These people had to die to bring the economy back, to make Germany great again. So keep in mind, it was people like Gerhard Kittel, Paul Altus, Emanuel Hirsch, some of their top theologian Christian leaders who pushed this agenda for Hitler and convinced the German Christians this was God's will for the economy to make Germany great again. Kill people. So, church folk, if you agree with the government's mentality on the reason to open the government this soon, please don't claim to be pro-life, because you're not. You have another gospel, because you have a love that teaches you to hate man and love money. You've made a decision based on situational ethics that say you're against abortion, but for geriatricide. You see, the gospel of Jesus has a love for all men and life in all its stages, young and old, health problems and all. It doesn't matter. It's called the agape love of God through Jesus Christ. So, I have a hard time understanding how pro-lifers who are against abortion are okay with, well, not that many people will die. Really what they're saying is, let me get back to the way things was. So you can go on fighting against people killing babies, but we don't mind if they kill them when they get older. And, you know, same thing Hitler did. If you were handicapped or you had something wrong with you, hey, you wasn't of a pure Aryan race. Why? Because we got to get the economy back together and we're superior to all. Some might die, but that's for the greater cause, right? All right. I'm gone for now. Just wanted you to think about that, Christians.